Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Norton High School, where tonight the Norton Lancers take on the Medway Mustangs. I'm Pete Braley. Welcome. It's the 5-1 Lancers taking on the 0-7 Mustangs. For the Lancers, they come into tonight's game in good shape for the playoffs. They are number 7 in the power rankings for Division 5, so the playoffs are just about assured. It all comes down to the seeding, of course. Norton is coming off a 28-10 road win against Dover Sherborne last week. For Medway, a tough season, as they are 0-7. They were held scoreless in their first 2 games. They are coming off a 43-7 loss to Dedham last week. Ironically, the only team Norton has lost to this year. That was 49-28 2 weeks ago. Norton won the toss. They have elected to defer. So they will kick off to start tonight's game. Kicking off from the 40. Picked up at about the 10. Brought back to the 20. Ahead to about the 25, where the Medway Mustangs will start 1st and 10. Norton Lancers have given up 15 points. Had only given up 15 points through their first 4 games. They had 3 shutouts over Nipmuc Regional, St. John Paul, and Millis. Norton has scored 151 points on this season, and they have allowed just 74. First and 10 for Medway. The pitch off to the right. Pickup of about 4 yards. That was number 5, Henry Comras, one of the captains who we're going to see carry the ball quite a bit probably for Medway tonight. At quarterback for the Mustangs is number 4, the sophomore, Logan Keeney. Brings up about 2nd and 6. Keeney hands it off again. This time going left of center. And that's good enough for a Medway first down. The Mustangs have scored 89 points on the season, but they have allowed 244. So we'll see how things shake out when the Lancers go on offense. 1st and 10 from about the 26. Cut to the right. Good for a few yards, taken down. Shy of the 45. That was Comras again with a gain of about 8. It'll be a 2nd down. And we'll call it 2. Keeney working almost exclusively out of the shotgun. Snap and a handoff again. Met right at the line, but Comras drags him ahead. I think he got the first down. Senior Henry Comras with his 2nd first down of the evening. He was pretty much met at the line of scrimmage, but then he just carried a couple of bodies ahead. And the Mustangs have it 1st and 10 from the 47-yard line. Hand off to Comras again. He bull rushes ahead for about 2. He's been the only ball carrier so far. We have him with 22 yards here in the first quarter. We're just underway on senior night here at Norton High School. There were 7 senior football players and 7 senior cheerleaders that were recognized introduced, and they march with their families to about midfield. Here's the 2nd and 8. Keeney with the pitch. Eluding one tackle is Commerce, and taken down after gain of about 1. Brings up what'll be 3rd and about 6. The ball just inside Lancer territory at the 49-yard line. Medway 0-7 on the season, and really not too many plays in their arsenal. You'll see the ball a lot go to number 5, Henry Comras. Also wide receiver number 3, Jacob White. They go twins to the left, twins to the right. He's under pressure. Keeney goes down. Loss of about 2 on the play. In on the tackle was one of the captains for Norton, Aiden Gilbert. He's also a senior that was recognized tonight. And with that sack, that'll bring up 4th and 8. And it looks like Keeney's going back to punt. He'll be punting from about the 36. He gets a good kick away, but a reception is coming, or a return, I should say. Turn less than 10 yards. That was Ethan Rodriguez on the return. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Norton Lancers. At quarterback is number 6, Captain Jake Ogilvie, one of the seniors recognized tonight. He's got a few weapons. Ben Granger at wide receiver. Ethan Rodriguez, who will run the ball. Also Aman Fareed, who was injured last week but is back for the Lancers tonight. Jake Ogilvie brings his offense to the line. And he's going to throw the ball to Rodriguez. On the first attempt, Rodriguez gets away from a couple of bodies, and he's out to the 40-yard line. So the Lancers open up, going to the air, pickup of about 8 yards. Second and 2 from the 40. Ogilvie is going to throw again. A little high, but taken down. And a reception made, and 1st down Lancers. Pass to Brady Sinclair. And the Lancers move the ball. Two possessions, 2 passes. And Ogilvie brings his team to the line at the 44-yard line, just shy of the 45. He's gone to the air twice. This time he hands off to Fareed, who has nowhere to go, maybe back to the line. Well, they give him a gain of about 1. He's 2nd and 9. What a beautiful night here at Norton High School. 67 degrees. Just shy of Halloween. We can't complain about that. The wind, no factor at all. It's out of the southwest at about 4 miles an hour. But just a beautiful stretch of weather we're having here in New England. 2nd and 9. Ogilvie with the man in motion. He's going to pass it to him. That's technically a pass. And not able to get anywhere is Ben Granger. That's technically a pass as he did toss the ball forward. They'll give him about 1. And that helps Ogilvy's stats as he goes to 3-3. Third down. He's got twins to the right, twins to the left. One person in the backfield is Fareed. He's going to throw, and he's got his man. Far side of the field, trying to get ahead, just shy of the first down, I think. That was a pass to Kyle Gass. Brings up 4th and less than a yard for the Lancers. And they'll go for it inside Medway territory. The ball is on the 47-yard line. 4th and 1. Ogilvy powers ahead, takes it himself, and picks up the first down. Almost out to the 44 of Medway. 3:36 to go here in the first quarter. Ogilvy already 4 for 4 passing. Jogs back into the huddle after getting the play from the sideline. Coach Jim Arts leading this year's Lancers to a record of 5-1. 1st and 10. Ogilvy looks to throw left. No, he's going to keep it himself. He's going to barrel ahead, pick up. Oh, he's still going. And they push the pile forward. Ogilvy not down yet. Finally brought down. After a gain of 9 yards. And he got quite a few of those on his own. Brings up 2nd and 1 at the Medway 35. Ogilvy with one man in the backfield with him. He's going to keep it himself. He's had success so far. There he goes. Down inside the 20. About a 15-yard gain for Jake Ogilvy. When in doubt, just do it yourself. Ogilvy going back to the huddle now. 1st and 10 from just inside the 20-yard line. 2:28 to go here in the first quarter. There is no score early in the game between Norton and Medway. He's got Fareed in the backfield. Hand off to Aman Fareed. Bounces off one tackle. And picks up about 4. Very balanced attack so far from the Lancers. Coming in for the Lancers is Captain Aiden Gilbert, number 42. Clock down to 1:40 here in the first. Ogilvy with 2 runners in the backfield. Handoff to Fareed, who goes around right tackle and picks up a few more. That'll bring up 3rd and 1. Ball on the 10-yard line. So they can get a first down to about the 9, unless they go right for the end zone. Handoff to Fareed. who's up the middle, should be good for the first down. As they move the chains, and the Lancers have first and goal.
Resulting play is first and goal.
Clock going at 34 seconds. We should get one play off before the end of the quarter. Lancers inside the 10-yard line. Handoff to Rodriguez, who's in for the touchdown. So with 15 seconds left, the Lancers cap off a 12-play drive and go up 6-0. Ethan Rodriguez, who's been no stranger to the end zone this season. Scores on about a 4-yard run. Now the extra point, this is Andrew Stroney. Puts it up and boots that one through for the extra points. And we have 15 seconds left in the first quarter. The Norton Lancers lead by a score of 7-0 here at Adams Field this evening. Medway will have their second possession. First time around, an 8-play run rather, ended with a punt. And they kept it on the ground for the entire 8 plays. Both teams did have 2 common opponents this year. The first was Dedham. Both teams lost. Norton lost by a score of 49-28, their only loss on the year. Medway lost last week 43-7. Both teams played Dover Sherborne. Norton won 28-0. Medway lost 40-33. Strolling with the kick. And a little squib kick. Picked up at about the 10. Returned out to the 35. That was Jacob White on the kick return. But a 20-yard return for Jacob White. And that'll set up first and 10 for the Medway Mustangs. And quarterback Logan Keeney on their first possession. Henry Comras had the bulk of the carries. Watch for him, number 5. Shift over to the right side. Pitch to the right side. This is Comras. And Comras picks up about 2.
Second down that way.
Brings up second down and 8. And that is the end of the second quarter. So we played 12 minutes. The end of the first quarter. Thank you. We have played 12 minutes, and the Norton Lancers are in the lead by a score of 7-0. Other Norton games being played this week. Monday, there'll be at Dover Sherborne, a team they lost to 1-0 on September 19th. Boys soccer is Friday at Millis. This game being played on Thursday night, by the way. October 26th. Boys soccer plays Friday at Millis, a team they beat 5-2 on September 15th. Monday, they host Dover Sherborne, a team they lost to 1-0 on September 19th. And volleyball's at West Bridgewater tonight. We will see if we can get any updates on those scores for you. There's a full slate of Tri-Valley League games being played this weekend. We'll run that down for you. There is one other game tonight, and that is 5-2 Dedham is at 1-6 Millis. And we'll try and get an update on that for you at halftime. Second down and 8 as we begin the second quarter. Keeney tosses it back to Commerce. He's going to get around the corner out to about the 47-yard line. So a good run for Commerce. They'll move the chains on a 1st and 10. A 12-yard gain for Commerce to match his earlier gain of 18 yards and bring up a 1st and 10. Ball's on the 47-yard line. Sophomore Logan Keeney hands it off to Commerce, who maybe gained a yard or two. And they'll give him a 1-yard pickup on that. Second down, 9. Ball on the 46-yard line. Lancers lead 7-0. 10:45 left to go in the half. Keeney's got 2 receivers to his left, 2 to his right. Commerce, the only back in the field, to his right. Here's the first pass, and that's a little screen pass to Commerce, who's got the first down and more. He's out to about the 20. So the first completion to Commerce, just an early easy screen. And a timeout called for Norton as the Lancers want to maybe make some adjustments here and slow down the Medway offense. Upcoming games this weekend in the Tri-Valley League. We mentioned that Dedham is at Millis tonight. A full slate for Friday. 4-3 Ashland will be at 4-3 Holliston. 4-3 Bellingham will host 3-4 Dover Sherborne. 4-3 Hopkinton will be at 5-2 Norwood. And 2-5 Medfield will be at 5-2 Westwood. And that is your slate of games this weekend in the Tri-Valley League. Of course, this is the end of the regular season portion of the schedule. Talk more about that after this play. 1st and 10 from the 30 or just inside the 30-yard line. Keeney hands it off to someone besides Commerce. He hands it off to number 24, Christian Cautilli. Give him about a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9. We've seen the ball mostly go to number 5, Henry Commerce. At that time, they got Christian Cautilli, a sophomore, involved in the running game. Cautilli, the only runner in the backfield right now. The only back in the backfield. Looks like Keeney wants to pass, but he takes it down. He'll run it himself. Get out to about the 28-yard, 26-yard line. Logan Keeney, the quarterback for Medway. He's 1 for 1 this afternoon. Nine minutes left in the half.
Third down.
Keeney now. 3rd down. Back to pass. He's looking to his left, but he overthrows his receiver. Only the 2nd pass attempted today by Keeney. Brings up a 4th and 6 from the 26-yard line. And it looks like they'll be going for it. Last minute substitution made as Henry Comras goes out and Cautilli comes in. Big down for Medway. 4th and 6. Back to Keeney, hands it off. Cautilli to the left. I'm sorry, that was Comras. Comras came back in, but a turnover on downs. And the Norton Lancers will take over as Henry Comras, who had a very good first half, was not able to get the first down, not able to pick up hardly any yards. And the Lancers take over from the 26-yard line, their own 26. Captain Jake Ogilvie fakes the handoff, rolls to his right. He's looking downfield. He's got a man. The pass is complete to Ben Granger. Of 45 yards for Ogilvie to Granger, and a first down for the Lancers. All the way down to the Medway 32. Handoff up the middle. Still going out. He probably has a first down off this. And a late flag coming in. So before we mark this off, we'll see who the flag is against. I believe that was Ethan Rodriguez on the carry. The officials talk it over. He got down to about the 21-yard line before the late flag. Now a referee's going to come back and inform Coach Arts as to what the situation is. And they mark it off against the Lancers. First penalty of the night. And here's the signal. So the Lancers march back to about the 36-yard line. So we take that run off the books. And the pass to the right side is complete to Kyle Gass. Ogilvie 6 for 6 in this first half. 7:38 to go. Brings up about a 2nd and 4, long 4. From the Medway 30-yard line. Ogilvie with one back to his left. Fakes the snap. He'll keep it himself. He's had success on the ground. And he's close to the first down. I think he got it. It is a first down for Ogilvie. as the senior captain quarterback moves the ball to the 21, maybe the 22-yard line. Lancers with plenty of time, 7:10 left in the half, leading 7-0. Here's a snap to Ogilvy. He's going to hand it off this time to Fareed, who finds a hole and is finally brought down. I believe a horse collar. He's brought down inside the 5. I believe we had a horse collar tackle. If it stands, that's about a 10-yard gain for Fareed. And we have 2 flags on the play. And the officials will sort it out. And holding against the Lancers. And a horse collar against Medway. Those penalties are offset, so we'll play it again. Always hate to see when you see a good run by a running back and then immediately holding. Makes you wonder if that's why he was so successful that time. So we're back to 1st and 10 from the 22. Ogilvy with Fareed on his left. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. He's going to give it to Fareed again. Worked last time, but Fareed still on his feet. Keeps those feet moving. That's a pickup of about 4. Brings up 2nd and 6. .552 to go in the second quarter. Ogilvy with Fareed in the background, the only back. Hand off. No, he'll keep it himself. Ogilvy able to barrel his way towards the first down marker. Gets inside the 15. That'll be 3rd and 1. 5:14 to go here in the second quarter. Lancers lead 7-0. Threatening again. Ball's at about the 12-yard line. It is a 3rd and 1 for Jake Ogilvy and the Lancers. Handoff to Rodriguez. Little stutter step. He's still on his feet, trying to pick up that 1 yard. I don't think he got it. No, they're going to mark him short. Going to be 4th and 1. Lancers with a strong kicking game with Andrew Stroney, but they are going to go for it. On the Medway, about the 12-yard line. Handoff. Right side, Rodriguez. He's inside the 10, and that's good for a first down. He needed 1. I think he got 2. That sets up a 1st and goal for the Lancers with just about 4 minutes left in the half. Ball is just inside the 10, I think on the 9-yard line. Ogilvy 6 for 6 in the first half. Checks the defense. Calls for the snap. Man in motion, hands it off to Granger. The run around. He's got a hole. He's going to the corner. Flag is thrown.
Number 3 Granger, but there is a flag on the field.
Handoff was to Granger. And a hold against Norton. Their third penalty of the half will bring it back. And the clock starts with 3:24 to go in the half. Gilbert comes off. Ogilvy goes back in with the play. Ball has been backed up now to the 16-yard line. And it's still first and goal from the left hash. Ogilvy back. He looks, he throws, and a drop by Fareed. He was wide open with real estate in front of him. First incompletion for Ogilvy on the night. This will be the 8th play of this drive. Second and goal from the 16. Ogilvy with Fareed behind him in the backfield. He wants to throw to the end zone in the corner and just out of the reach of Brady Sinclair. He had a right idea, but he just led him a little too far. Brings up third and goal. Again, the Lancers backed up to the 16, 17-yard line because of a holding penalty. Ogilvy alone in the backfield. He's got receivers, twins to the right and left. Look back, throw across the center, deflected and knocked away by Medway. So after moving the ball quite well, 3 straight incompletions after that holding penalty. And the Lancers face 4th down. Oh, check that. Another penalty on the play, this one on Medway. That moves the ball up. Back to the original line of scrimmage before the holding penalty. They're inside the 10 at the 9-yard line. And with 2:40 left to go. The Lancers will take a timeout, their second of the half. So the Lancers face a 3rd and goal from the 9 when they come back after this timeout. And 2 minutes and 40 seconds left. So as I was saying about the regular schedule, this is it for the regular season schedule. From this point on, we go to the MIAA website. The Lancers are currently 7th in Division 5 at 5-1. Dedham is 5th at 5-2. The top 16 teams advance to the playoffs. So with a win tonight, that would only help Norton. Maybe help them rise from the number 7 spot. But for the next 3 weeks, we go to the website, we look at the brackets, we look at the power rankings for teams to figure out where they're headed for the next contest. So the Lancers come out of the timeout. It is 3rd and goal from the 9, make it the 8-yard line. Ogilvy all alone in the backfield. Man in motion. A reverse. Rodriguez gets down to the 5. Rodriguez picks up about 4. That puts the Lancers in a 4th and goal situation from the 5. Couple of substitutions as Ogilvy gets to play from the sideline. Clock is moving with 2:15 to go. We'll see what the Lancers do from 4th and 5. And it looks like Coach Arts is going to let the play clock go down and call a timeout. That's their 3rd and final timeout of the half. So they were in no rush. As they definitely don't want to leave Medway with any or much time on the clock after this next play. Lancers get off to an early start in the first quarter. Touchdown by Ethan Rodriguez with 15 seconds left in the first. It was a 4-yard run, and the point after by Strolny was good. They're up 7-0 and now face a 4th and goal from the 5. Ogilvy from under center is in trouble, and he's going to throw that one away. He was throwing it. He did have a receiver in the corner of the end zone, but just did not have the time to set up. And the Lancers are going to turn it over on downs. And leave the Medway Mustangs with 95 yards to go. Only their second possession of the night. First one was an 8-play drive that ended in a punt. And the second was a 7-play drive where they turned it over on downs. This is Kearney from the goal line. Got away from the first hit, out to about the 10.
Second down, Medway.
Gain of about 5 on the play. Second down, Medway.
He's here.
Okay, I would just keep going till the end of the half.
Oh, he took it.
Oh, did he do? Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Yes. Do you need
Guys,
anything else?
Clock down to 1 minute.
Oh.
Thank you so much. Thank you so Handoff on the right side. Little, if any, gain. And a timeout called for Medway, but we have a late flag. There's a gain of maybe 1 on that play by the Mustangs. The officials on the far side of the field with a conference to see who did what to whom. And we wait for their call. Clock is stopped with 53 seconds in the half on this senior night here at Norton High School. And it's an unsportsmanlike conduct call against Medway. So that will back them up. Looks like they're back to the 5-yard line. And here we go, second down. Keeney back to pass, looking downfield, he's going to run. Goes off to the right side, picks up about 6 or 7. And the clock is still rolling. We're about 30 seconds away. And my apologies, that was third down, so it's now fourth. And it looks like Medway will be calling a timeout as they run down the play clock. And we're going to go to the half, and they'll just let the clock run out. So, after 2 quarters of football, we're at halftime. And the Norton Lancers lead Medway by a score of 7-0. We'll be right back. And we're back for the second half here at Norton High School. The Lancers are leading 7-0. And I would think if you are the 0-7 Medway Mustangs, you might be happy to be only down by 7. It's a 1-score game as we enter the second half. Norton won the coin toss and elected to defer, so they'll receive the ball here in the second half. Roderick's back deep. One of the deep men. Bouncing kick. Fake the reverse to Roderick's. And this is Granger with the return. He could go all the way. Nobody's going to touch him. He picked that up at about the 15-yard line. And Ben Granger runs it in for a touchdown. What a way to start the half. Ben Granger. About a 90-yard, 85-yard kick return for Ben Granger. Once he got by that first wave, he pretty much took it from there. So just 15 seconds off the clock in the first half. In the second half, I'm sorry. Strolling on for the kick, and he boots that one high and good. And the Norton Lancers are leading 14-0. Maybe I spoke too soon when I said that Medway should be happy to be only down by 7, and they give up 7 more. So Ben Granger, 85-yard kickoff return. Add that to Ethan Roderick's 4-yard run. And the Lancers lead 14-0. Some of the first half stats for you. Quarterback Jake Ogilvie for Norton, 6 for 9 in that first half, including a 45-yard pass to Granger. He had 32 yards on the ground. Amon Fareed with 17. These are unofficial. Ethan Rodericks with 14. Medway in the first half, quarterback Logan Keeney, 1 for 3, picked up 9 on the ground. Henry Commerce picking up 42 on the ground. Now the kickoff by Strolny. Squib kick. That is picked up at about the 26-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Medway Mustangs. Did find out during halftime that the Norton girls volleyball team with a straight set win tonight as they defeated West Bridgewater at West Bridgewater by a score of 3-0. Girls soccer is also playing tonight. They are at Millis, but I have not been able to find a score for that game yet. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. Back spread out, and it's just Aiden Kearney in the backfield. I'm sorry, Logan Kearney. He looks to his left and throws, but met right away and dropped for a loss. Lancers defense. Ben Granger, who had the kickoff return, able to stop the Mustangs for a 2-yard loss. Second and 12. $11 minutes to go here in the third. On this Thursday night, it is the second Thursday night game of the year for the Lancers. Medway, this is the 4th time they've played on Thursday. Commerce gets ahead to pick up about 3. That is Captain Henry Commerce, who is a senior for Medway. He gets the bulk of the carries for Medway, sometimes taking a direct snap. He's in the backfield to the right of Kearney. Comes out, takes the screen pass, which is good, but tackle made right away by the Lancers. He's dropped at about the 30-yard line. And that'll be 4th and 6. For the Mustangs, and they will drop back to punt. Quarterback Logan Keeney also does the punting work for Medway. Good snap. He gets a good kick away. Hang up, come down at about the 45. Lancers will let it go, and it'll be 1st and 10 from the 43-yard line. So a look at the power rankings. Little note here that these will be updated tomorrow morning at 4 o'clock. So as of today, in football, Norton is 7th in Division 5 at 5-1. Boys soccer, Norton is 33rd in Division 3 at 5-8-2. the top 32 teams advance. So the boys soccer team still with some work to do. Girls soccer, Norton is 14th in Division 3 at 7-4-3. First and 10 now for the Lancers. Quarterback Jake Ogilvie back to pass. He looks downfield. He's got a man, Granger. He held up, and it ended up being about a yard in front of him. So the incompletion brings up 2nd and 10 from the 45. 44, okay. Always appreciate the help, as the eyes don't always see everything. So 2nd and 10 for the Lancers. Jake Ogilvie now 6 for 10 on the night. He's got one lone back. Twins to the left and right. He's going to throw again. Rodricks over the middle, but cut down almost immediately once he caught it. Gained up about 4 yards.
Short, but results in a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down for the Lancers. Back to the power rankings. So girls soccer would be in the playoffs if things ended today. They are ranked 14th. Volleyball is 29th with a record of 5. Well, actually a win tonight, so 6-13. So they have a good chance at making the playoffs as well. Of course, a lot of people will be going to the MIAA website starting Sunday afternoon. Here's 3rd and 6 for the Lancers now. Ogilvie looks to pass. Right away, he connects on the near side of the field, and that's a 1st down to number 15, Brady Sinclair. We have a player down. We'll take a timeout and be right back. Injured player on the play was Elijah Reimer for Medway. He was able to get up and was helped off the field. So we're back to action now. It's 1st and 10 for the Norton Lancers. From the Medway 38-yard line, Rodricks goes in motion over to the right side with Sinclair. Now they're set. Ogilvie hands it up. No, fake handoff. Pass intended to Granger. And after 2 successful passes in this half, that incompletion stops the clock with 8:14 to go. Ogilvie now 8 for 13. Lancers lead 14-0 here in the 3rd quarter. From Robert Adams Field at Norton High School on senior night. This game being played on Thursday, the 26th. Ogilvie keeps it himself. He goes up the middle and picks up about 3 or 4. Brings up about 3rd and 8. So Ogilvie maybe with a yard on that carry. See if he goes back to the air here. It's been a good night for Ben Granger. Catching passes and also an 85-yard kickoff return to start the 2nd half. Just outside the 35-yard line. Ogilvie alone in the backfield. Drops back, throws to the right, complete. Little hook move. Gets the 1st down and more. Complete pass to Kyle Gass. Sets up a 1st down for the Lancers at the 21-yard line. He's had success going to Granger. He's had success with Gass. And he's also had some success with Brady Sinclair. 1st and 10, Norton. Ogilvy hands it off to Amar Fareed, who bounces off to the right side, maybe picks up another first down. Fareed with 17 yards in the first half. That's a gain of about 13. And we're looking at 1st and goal for the Lancers. Ogilvy with Fareed in the backfield. Keeps it himself. Tries a spin move, but he's brought down for no gain. Might have lost a yard. And it's 2nd and goal. I believe he lost a yard on that carry. So the ball's at the 11. We're under 6 minutes here in the 3rd. The 5-1 Norton Lancers against the 0-7 Medway Mustangs. Mustangs led by Coach Rob McCoy. 2nd and goal. See if Ogilvy goes back to the air. He looks right. He's got a man. He throws it complete. Fires out of the field. Avoids the tackle. Still on his feet. And brought down inside the 5. Kyle Gass on the carry. So Ogilvy's spreading it around this evening between 3 different receivers. His 10th completion on the night. From the 1-yard line. And Fareed's going to be pushed back to about the 5.
Carry was made by number 34, Fareed. 4th and goal.
Brings up 4th down. And it looks like the Lancers may be playing it safe, and they bring out Andrew Stroney for the kick. He's 2 for 2 on extra points tonight. This is about the same distance. Ball's placed down at the 12-yard line. The kick is up. And it's good. So with 3:59 left to go in the 3rd, the Lancers now lead Medway 17-0. Strolney with about a 12-yard field goal. And the Lancers in control. It was only a 1-score game at the end of the first half, as the Lancers led 7-0, but then scored off the opening kickoff of the second half to go up 14. And now they lead 17-0. Strolney kicks off, and another squib kick. Bounces it up to an up man who's going to kneel down at about the 28-yard line.
After the kickoff, Medway will take the ball.
And the Medway Mustangs will take over.
First down.
First and 10 at the, looks like 26-yard line, their own 26. First and 10. Logan Keeney pitches it back to Commerce, who finds a hole and knocks off about 8 yards. That's his first gain of the second half. Henry Commerce, unofficially now with 50 yards. Brings up a 2nd and 2 from the 36. Keeney back to pass. He's got a man. Pass is complete to Aiden Kowski. And it's a first down for the Mustangs. As we move the chains, the ball is out to the 46-yard line. 2:50 to go here in the third. Beautiful night at the stadium. Now down to 64 degrees. And little if no wind, really having no effect on the game. Keeney back to pass. Picked off by Rodrigues. Ethan Rodrigues gets it, and he's still on his feet, pushing ahead back to about the original line of scrimmage. And Ethan Rodrigues. He's got a touchdown on the night. And now an interception on the night. And just like that, the Norton Lancers are back in good field position, starting from the Medway 42-yard line. Really the first turnover of the night by either team. It's been a clean football game in that aspect. And we've had a clean second half so far after 5 penalties in the first half, 3 for Norton, 2 for Medway. We've seen no yellow flags on the field in this half. Back come the Lancers with Jake Ogilvie. See if the Lancers want to score quickly. Rodrigues up the middle for a gain of about 6. Well, actually, they'll give him about 4. He's 2nd and 6. Ogilvie at quarterback takes a snap, hands it off to Fareed. Powers up the middle for a couple.
Hand off to Fareed for a couple yards. 3rd down, Lancers.
It'll be 3rd and 3. And it looks like an official's timeout. And we're back underway here with 1:20 to go in the third. It's 3rd and 3 for Norton from the 35. Hand off to Rodrigues. Powers up the middle, enough for the first down.
Hand off to Rodrigues results in a 1st down for the Lancers.
Rodrigues picks up another 4. And it'll be 1st and 10 from the 29. This might be the last play of the third. Ogilvie with Fareed and Rodrigues. Hand off to Rodrigues. Power football up the middle. Bodies roll out of the pile, and we'll see where they place it. They give him about 2 yards on the play. That'll be 2nd and 8. But I don't think they'll get this off before the quarter ends. They do. Last play of the quarter. Roll out for Ogilvy to the right. Gets away from a few tacklers. Tries to dump it off. And is it a fumble?
That is the end of our third quarter. Good evening, everyone, for a quick announcement. Deputy Police Chief.
That's the end of the third quarter.
For 10 years. And coach with members
So we played 3 quarters of football tonight, and so far the Norton Lancers lead Medway by a score of 17-0. We'll be back with the fourth quarter right after in just a moment. So the third quarter evidently ended with a Norton fumble. As Medway takes over, Keeney pitches it off to Commerce for a loss on the play. In the booth, we thought it was an incomplete pass to end the third quarter, but the officials ruled it was a fumble. Recovery by Medway. So we started the final 12 minutes of play with the Mustangs on offense. Loss of 1 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 11. For Medway, it's been mostly on the ground tonight. Just as I said that, Keeney went back to pass, but pulled it down and gets ahead for about 5.
tackle made by number 4, Michael Salvati.
Brings up 3rd down and 3.
Third down, Medway.
Both teams with a turnover tonight. Medway with an interception. Norton with that fumble at the end of the third. But it's 17-0 Lancers. Quarterback Logan Keeney. Man in motion is Jacob White, who sets. And then Johnny Farrell went in motion. Run up the middle, but little, if any, gain. We did have a flag on the play. That would be the first flag of the second half. A loss on the play, and we'll see if it gets moved back even further. As the referee confers with Coach Arts. See if he wants to accept it or take the down. The false start by Medway, so they will march it off. Move it back 5 yards. Put it at about the 34. So now it's 3rd and 9. 10 minutes to go here tonight. Keeney back to pass. He's going to keep it, run up the middle, and he's taken down. Maybe 1 yard on that.
Tackle made by number 50, Cole Merca.
Tackle was made by Colin Merca.
Fourth down, Medway.
And it's now 4th and 8 for the Mustangs. Getting back late is Johnny Farrell to the huddle. Keeney is the quarterback, but also the punter, and it looks like the punting unit is coming on. And Ethan Rodriguez will drop back for the Lancers. He's back at about his own 32-yard line. Keeney's kick comes up a little short. Rodrigues decides to field it on one hop. He's up to the 40, 45, and brought down at about the 47-yard line, where it will be 1st and 10 for the Lancers. As we mentioned, a full slate of games in the TVL this weekend. There is one other game tonight. We haven't been able to get an update for you, but Dedham is at Millis. That's the 5-2 Dedham team against the 1-6 Millis. On Friday night, it'll be 4-3 Ashland at 4-3 Holliston. 4-3 Bellingham hosts 3-4 Dover Sherborne. 4-3 Hopkinton at 5-2 Norwood, and 2-5 Medfield at 5-2 Westwood. 1st and 10 for the Lancers, leading 17-0 here in the 4th. They're at the 46-yard line. Ogilvy high snap down to Fareed on the handoff, picks up about 5. Fareed with unofficially 37 yards on the night. We had senior night festivities before the game tonight as the Norton seniors for football and cheerleading were recognized tonight. 7 seniors on football, 7 cheerleaders. I don't have the cheerleaders' names for you, but I can spotlight the Norton football seniors in just a moment. 2nd and 5. Ball just inside on the Medway side of the field. Ogilvy throws high. That was intended for, I believe it was Kyle Gass. So the Norton seniors, captain number 60, Shane Sinclair. Captain number 58, John Darpino. Captain Aiden Gilbert, number 42. Aman Fareed. Ryan Gittow, Ben Granger, Jake Ogilvy, another captain. 3rd and 5, Ogilvy throws complete, but tackle made right away. Maybe a yard. Ogilvy 11 for 16 on the night, and that'll be 4th down for the Lancers. Ogilvy over on the sidelines. And it looks like they'll let the play clock run down. As Coach Jim Arts waits till the last possible second and calls a timeout.
Timeout on the field.
First timeout by either team here in the second half. And it looks like the Lancers will bring on the punting unit. 7:06 left to play tonight. Lancers look to go 6-1 on the season. Their only loss coming back on October 12th when they lost to Dedham by a score of 49-28. Lancers with the punt. And it goes out of bounds on the far side of the field. And Medway will take over 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line.
1st and 10.
Medway led by their 3 captains, Henry Commerce, who we've seen quite a bit on the ball, on the ground today, Matthew Antonuccio, and also Ryan Applebaum. First and 10 for the Mustangs. Keeney pitches it to Commerce. Gets back to about the line of scrimmage, maybe a couple more. Lancers come in late to push him back. Looks like they'll give him 2 yards on that play and brings up 2nd down and 8. And that'll be moved back as we have a holding penalty against Medway. So mark off 5. As we said, this is the second Thursday night game this season for Norton. Medway has had 4 of them this year, which seems to be a bit unusual. First and 20. Keeney throws off to the right, screen pass. Gain of about 6. Keeney now 5 for 7 tonight. And the clock continues to move with 6:20 to go. He's got receivers 2 to his left, 2 to his right. One lone back is Commerce. Keeney looks to throw. Pass just in and out of the hands of Johnny Farrell, the junior wide receiver for Medway. And we've got a player down. We'll be right back. Injured player was Amani Vincenti, a junior for the Lancers up on the front line. It's 3rd and 14 now. Keeney wants to throw, has to throw. He gets it out. It's going to man open. Pass completes. That was to Jacob White. Taken down. I think they'll give him forward progress out to the 35. That'll be 4th and 4 for Medway. They almost have to go for it here, I would think. 5:30 to go in the game. The Mustangs trailing 17-0. So what's up next week for the Lancers? We don't know yet, as this is the end of the regular season schedule. Lancers in good shape for the playoffs. It's MIAA.net if you want to go to the Massachusetts, Interscholastic Athletic Association website. Keeney looks to throw. He's in trouble. He dishes it off to the outside, and he just might have the first down. Pass complete to Commerce, who gets up slowly. You definitely don't want to lose him. Kearney 6 for 8 on the night. Medway goes for it on 4th and 5 and picks up the first down. Out to about the 42-yard line. So after tonight, it all comes down to the seeding as to where the teams are placed. The lowest seed visits the high seed, so I would think the Lancers will have at least one home game, if not 2 or 3. Pitch to Commerce, gets back to about the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 10. Now, Medway would go into the non-playoff bracket. They will have 3 games left as well, but that'll be determined each week. And, of course, both teams in their game or schedule with the Thanksgiving game. Norton at Bellingham. Medway will host Millis. Logan Keeney back to pass, has his man, and a first down out to about the 45. That was Aiden Kowski, his second reception of the night. And we moved the chains with 3:24 left to go. So Medway looking to avoid the shutout tonight. They were shut out their first two games this year. They lost to Medfield 27-0. Then they lost to a tough Fairhaven team that's undefeated 35-0. He gets away. Still on his feet. Down inside the 10-yard line.
Big gain for Medway, results in first and goal.
Medway ends up with a first and goal. Looks like they'll mark it on the 4-yard line. Medway looking to avoid the shutout here tonight against Norton. Keeney gets the play from his coach, Rob McCoy. And it's first and goal. Keeney with the handoff. We have a flag. So the results of the play was he got in the end zone, but let's see what the flag is. The way it came out, it looked like holding. The referees have gone over to talk with Coach Rob McCoy. Penalties against Norton. So they go half the distance to the goal. The penalty was, I think, before the play.
Yeah, they were offside.
They lined up off sides, so they go half the distance to the goal. It's first and goal from the 2. Keeney handing it off, looking for an opening, coming to the right, and a touchdown for Christian Cautilli. So with 1:49, Medway's Christian Cautilli was able to bounce it out to the outside on the left and put it in for the touchdown. The extra point now from Devin McCarthy is up and no good. So Medway does score, but with 1:49 left to go, it is Norton 17 and Medway 6. We'll come back upfield. And Medway will kick it off. And the Lancers can chew up the clock and get out of here with a win. And go 6-1 on the season. They opened the season September 8th against Randolph, a 30-15 victory. The following week, they beat Nipmuc Regional 34-0. Then they went down to Hyannis, where they beat St. John Paul 31-0. Back here October 6th, they beat Millis 35-0. The only loss of the season was on the 12th of October to Dedham 49-28. And last week they beat Dover Sherborne on the road 28-10. Lancers have 74, now 80 points allowed on the year. And we have a timeout by Medway. So we'll take a break with them, and we'll be right back with the final minute 49 of tonight's game in just a bit. So Norton probably looking out for the onside kick here. Medway coming out of a timeout. We'll see what they drew up. Onside kick, but a whistle. They kicked it before the whistle.
Flag on the field.
Talk about showing your hand, huh? Now you have to wonder if they will do the onside kick again. If Norton wasn't expecting it, they are now. They'll move it back 5 yards. You got to wait till the referee blows the whistle.
Especially after a timeout.
Right. Right.
So Norton with a front line of some good hands people. There's the whistle. And the onside kick. See if it bounces around. Who comes up with it? Looks like the Lancers have recovered, and they'll start 1st and 10 from the 45. There's a minute 49 left in the game tonight. We were all just doing the math to see if the Lancers could just take a knee on each of the downs here, but they'll probably have a good effort and go for it on the first possession or two, then they can just kneel it. First and 10. Ogilvie is not in the, he's not under center. He actually looks to pass. He's going to go downfield. Pass is complete to Kyle Gass. And the Lancers are not giving up yet. A minute 40 to go. Ball's on the 15-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. So Kyle Gass having quite a night, along with Ogilvie, Rodriguez, and Granger. Snap and the handoff. Fareed. Looks like a gain of about 4. And the clock continues to run with under a minute to play. Second down, and we'll call it 6. Ogilvie to Fareed. And a timeout. Called by Norton. So I guess the Lancers want to put more points on the board here. Before we leave tonight, 40 seconds left on the clock. Lancers scored first with 15 seconds left in the first quarter. Ethan Rodriguez with a 4-yard touchdown run. The point after was good. Then at 11:45 of the second quarter, 11:45 of the third quarter, just 15 seconds into the start of the second half, Ben Granger with an 85-yard kickoff return. Strolney's kick was good. And Strolny kicked a 12-yard field goal. Norton was up 17-0. Medway came back with a touchdown run of 2 yards by Christian Cautilli. And that's where we are right now. The extra point was missed. And it's 17-6, 40 seconds left. 3rd and 5 for the Lancers. Handoff to Fareed. He goes up the middle
Handoff was to number 34 for Reed.
to about the 9-yard line. That was good for the first down.
Timeout over there. Oh, it's first down. Ball's on the 9.
And it looks like they'll try to get one more play off before the end of the game. That was a first down for Fareed. Snap to Ogilvy. Looks downfield. Quick pass to Gass, who's down to about the 2-yard line, but there was a flag on the play. So with 10 seconds left on the clock, we'll see what the call is. Jake Ogilvy, 12 for 17 on the night.
Yep, I didn't even think of that.
The referee is trying to figure out or discussing what the call is, who the play was on.
All those gamblers in high school football.
And the head referee will come back to talk to Coach Jim Artz. Looks like a face mask against Medway. So it's first down.
Oh, they're going to rush it.
Lancers rushed to the line, but the referee was still giving signals to the booth here. We start up. Here we go. Handoff. And Rodriguez is in for another touchdown with 4 seconds left.
Results in a touchdown.
Ethan Rodriguez. As the light show goes on here at Adams Field at Norton High School.
I was going to stop at 3 seconds.
At the end of the fourth quarter, the final
And
score
that'll be the end of the game tonight,
Medway 6.
as the Norton Lancers walk away with a win on their final regularly scheduled game, beating Medway by a score of 23-6. That last-second touchdown by Ethan Rodriguez diving into the end zone, his second touchdown of the night. Scores by Rodriguez, Granger, a field goal by Strolny, and another by Rodriguez. So the Norton Lancers await the seedings to see where they go in the playoffs. The power rankings will be updated tomorrow morning, and we'll let you know where your Norton Lancers are. So that'll do it for tonight. The final score for the final time is Norton 23 and Medway 6. A reminder, you can catch more Norton High School sports at nortonmediacenter.org. For my producer, Jeff Carr, I'm Pete Braley saying good night from Norton High School.